National headlines: the Senate declines to take up debate on a Democratic voting rights bill.
That measure was panned by Republicans as a power grab by Democrats. Fox's Lauren Blanchard explains why this could be the beginning of the end of the filibuster.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50.
The Senate will not take up S1, the For the People Act.
The motion is not agreed to.
Democrats were unable to get 60 senators to vote in favor of even beginning debate on the bill, which would have massively overhauled the nation's election system. Republicans stood in unison, calling it government overreach.
The bill that we have in front of us is not so much about voting rights as it is a federal takeover of the election system.
Democrats say Republican-led state governments are suppressing voters with restrictive laws following the 2020 election and the loss of former President Trump.
Make no mistake about it. It will not be the last time that voting rights comes up for a debate in the Senate. Democrats will not allow that. Democrats will never let this voter suppression be swept under the rug.
President Biden calls voting rights one of his top agenda items, a cause spearheaded by the vice president.
The fight is not over.
However, some within his own party say the president has not been vocal enough.
I would suggest that that is a fight, that those words are a fight against the wrong opponent.
In the Democrats' way, the filibuster, a procedural hurdle needing at least 60 senators. This has renewed a push from Democratic leadership to do away with the filibuster and only require a simple majority to pass legislation.
We need to stand up for our democracy.
At least two Democrats, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, are publicly against eliminating the filibuster. They say it could open a can of political worms down the road if Republicans regain the majority. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox 2 News.